Yeah, yeah. So this is Cigar in a Story number 2. Sitting here with the angry friend.
All right.
Trademark, copyright.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead and explain to us your second story.
So,
And how's your cigar, by the way? I should ask. Everything going okay?
quite good. The room we're in does not necessarily lend itself well to ventilation, so
Yeah.
it's a little heavy, but it's not bad.
It was a little heavy in here, but
Oh,
it's manageable.
while I'm at it, go ahead and said I used a cigar punch for
Ah,
the first time,
yeah.
and I'm sold.
You sold on the cigar
I am.
punch, huh?
It's way better than the cutter.
It is. I don't get too much of the seed or the
Yeah.
leaf in your mouth
Yeah,
while you're
exactly.
smoking it either.
Exactly.
So.
Much cleaner,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, you don't crimp to the end of the cigar the way you sometimes do
Right.
with a cutter that's not quite as sharp as
Yep,
it should.
and then ruin the end of the cigar. So, yeah, I agree. I'm sold on it, too.
Nice.
All right, so your next story.
All right, so as I've said, I live in the country. I have a few fruit trees,
Right.
and one of which is a peach tree.
I'm not saying something because there's not a lot of people that have peach trees.
Exactly.
Everybody here has apple trees, pear trees,
A little cherry.
you know, a little cherry here and there, but peach trees are, you don't find
Few
too
and
many of
far
them around
between.
here. Yeah, you'd probably have a better chance of finding an orange tree around here than you get a peach tree.
There you go. Anyway, so I want to make use of all of the abundance of food on my property.
Uh-huh.
So I decided I was going to pick peaches. Okay. Now I've done this a couple of years and recognized that the way I did it wasn't necessarily the safest way to go.
Right. What are these?
I prepared a little diagram, if you will.
Oh, please, yes.
Yeah. So here is a peach tree.
Uh-huh.
I'm not an artist.
Why is it growing on an angle?
Oh, that is going to come into play here soon.
Oh, okay. All right.
So here is my barn, just the side of my barn.
Uh-huh.
Next to the side of my barn, I have a peach tree that grows in this odd shape.
Yep.
Okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and explain how difficult it is to pick peaches from this when it hangs over the barn roof.
Correct. Yeah.
So what I did is, pardon me for a second, I decided that I was going to build a safety ladder. Okay?
Yep.
Now, by ladder, I mean I went up and I put some 2x4 rungs into the roof of my barn.
Yep.
And that way I could climb up these and pick peaches
Makes sense.
safely.
See your chemistry background coming into play here.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is more physics, by the way, but
Well.
whatever. So I decide to make these little rungs, okay? I make the first one while standing right here, okay? I
On the peach
in.
tree.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I stand here and I put this one in,
Okay.
and then I stand here and put this one in,
Uh-huh.
and so on and so forth, okay?
Right.
However, now here in lies the problem. This is the last one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, once I'm there, then I'm solid. I can pick my peaches and make a fantastic
Peach cobbler?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
Cobbler
you go.
root sounds pretty good right now.
Delicious. Here's the problem. I'm standing on this rung
Okay.
as I build this rung. Okay,
All right.
not to scale, by the way.
Right.
In a fantastic twist of irony, my safety ladder gives way here. Okay.
Goes against what the safety ladder should be. Right?
Exactly.
Well, that's a bunch of
Hence
shit.
the irony.
Yeah.
And I start to slide down. I should mention that this is pretty close to the actual steepness of my roof on the barn.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and it's corrugated metal, which if you're not aware is turns out to be pretty slick.
Yeah, pretty
okay?
goddamn slick. Yeah.
So I basically create quite a slide for myself. Okay.
Okay.
And I slide down, and this rung of the ladder, the safety ladder, just gone. Because my body now is moving at quite a
At
pace.
such a high rate of speed, and the
so
weight just knocks
gone,
it out.
gone.
So basically, you take out every ream of your safety ladder on the way down.
Yeah, with my body, which was not all that comfortable. Now,
Right.
I then am sliding down here, and then Now, here's where this
So this
odd shape comes into play.
Right.
Okay?
So you're right at this point. You're basically in a free fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I come off the barn, and here's me upside down. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm twirling on the way down.
Okay.
Okay. And I land with my rib cage right here.
Ooh.
Okay, on the left side here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I continue, after I landed with my ribs right here, I continue down, again, cartwheeling through the air,
Right.
and land on my head right here, next to the corner of the barn. Okay, so this is me, upside down, this is where I landed,
Okay.
on my head.
Right.
Okay, so cracked some ribs here,
Yep.
unofficially kind of jacked up my neck right here.
Right.
Okay. Now, exceedingly painful. Because this also took a fair amount of skin off the side of my torso.
Oh. Okay.
So I have that, some cracked ribs, and
And a concussion at all, or?
you know what? That happens often enough that I can't even tell the difference anymore.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Now, to finish the story, you've heard the old adage, insult to injury, adding insult to injury.
You're right. Yeah.
As it turns out, being in the country, you know, we have indoor plumbing, of course.
Right.
But when we're in the backyard, me and my 3 sons, we generally urinate outside. Okay.
Right. I've also used that spot before.
There you go. Unfortunately, this area is the spot in which all 4 of us urinate. So, and actually, before I had climbed up here, had actually urinated right there, so it was fresh. So I landed head first in 2 years worth of urine.
Okay.
And the newest being, I don't know, 20 minutes prior to that. So it actually made a little splash here.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, again, safety ladder,
Failed.
fail.
Yeah.
Well, really, fail.
Right.
Fail.
Right
fail.
on. Right on down the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frightening little free fall,
Yeah.
cracked ribs,
Okay.
short free fall, and honestly, I was not fully aware at this point what was happening. I knew coming down what was happening. A little scary here. Once I hit here, I wouldn't say I was unconscious, but I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
Here, I continue tumbling down, and right here, entirely possible I lost consciousness for a minute. But as soon as I opened my eyes, because I admit freely that I closed my eyes somewhere around this area here,
Okay.
because I thought I was done. So when I opened my eyes and recognized I was still alive,
Okay.
I only saw the foam from the urine I had spread right where my face was.
Right. Okay.
So, moral of the story this time
Yes.
is,
Yeah. Please, do tell the moral of the story, because I'd really be interested in hearing this one.
this is a short one.
Okay.
If you're building a safety ladder, make sure it's safe.
Make sure it's
Because
safe.
it's going to do you more harm than good if your safety ladder isn't safe.
Makes sense. Well, that was a fantastic story. I'm sorry you fell into a puddle of your own piss, but and especially a puddle of everybody else's piss. At the
You know
same
what?
time.
Honestly, at this point, piss is piss, and
But at least you're alive. That's the important thing. And
yeah.
yeah, and that was a fantastic story and a fantastic moral of the story. It really looks like physics came into play for you.
Hey, what just happened? Well, hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Do you smoke like a circle?
No. Good story.
Thank you.
That was worth it. Very good.